Hey guys, uh, how's it going tonight? Making a video kind of late. It's on a Sunday night also. Um, I want to talk real quickly about um, a couple things. There's two subjects I'm going to get off on. And if, let's say, the people over here, coming over here from watching something to do with Paul Harrell, all right, you at the when you start seeing me say kind of like now, basically, I'm gonna start on the gun subject. I was sitting there messing with my guns, and I was going to get off on topic about that. So, first, let's not ramble on and talk about the junk. Let's talk about Paul Harrell. Um, Paul is unfortunately leaving the YouTube community. He's getting older. He's having his health problems. Good old Paul's having a tremendous lot of medical issues. He's discussed some of his medical issues in the past, and possibly some of the procedures and surgeries and stuff like that that might need to be done. And I just want to tell you that if Paul does watch this video, and I don't know if he'll know my little channel and watch my little video or comment or anything else, but I want to say, and I hope that you will too. At least go over to his channel, show him some love, tell him we're gonna miss you, Paul. And you know, there's been many times I haven't always agreed with Paul on everything. Not on everything anyway. I don't. I mean, Paul. He does a lot more stuff to do with AR-15s and handguns and a different kind of stuff to do with uh, kind of more of a tactical standpoint of things, as compared to long range hunting rifles and stuff like Hootie Hoo does. Hootie Hoo, he's a whole different world. He's a long range hunting rifle. And he does different kind of handgun stuff like that too. But Paul, he doesn't do that. Paul does a lot of handgun calibers and stuff like that. And he does a lot of stuff with do with 22s and stuff like that. So Paul, he's really been a good character to watch through the years. It's been interesting. Um, Sometimes instead of I felt a little bit like some of the stuff that he's done has been a little bit biased as compared to unbiased. Not unbiased knowledge or unbiased thinking. I felt like it's been just a little bit biased. He definitely hates hyper ammunition bullets, some kind of special small 20 box ammunition. He definitely doesn't like that. He doesn't, to give him a fair. He doesn't necessarily always give stuff a fair chance. Because of his personal dislikes, he seems to like his Remington green white box very well, and I gotta admit, Remington UMC green and white box is excellent ammo. I absolutely love it myself, and I also love Winchester white box really well. It works. It runs very well in my guns and everything else. But the topic of this subject isn't about me agreeing with him or disagreeing with him on everything. I mean, if I had such a problem with the man, I wouldn't watch every single video he puts out. Okay, or at least almost every single video he puts out. If he's gonna, if it's some kind of other video, some kind of video that he's talking about some kind of wild gun, I don't necessarily want to watch that, so I don't necessarily watch it. But the truth be told, I've watched the man for years now. I have learned a lot from the guy myself too, personally. And you know, Paul's been a really good character through the years to watch, and we're gonna miss you, buddy. The YouTube community isn't going the gun community anyway. It's not really going to be the same without you. And if by chance you ever get a chance to where you can start making YouTube gun videos again, you get yourself back into a healthy state to where you can do that, then we'll welcome you back with open arms if you ever decide to do that. And I know your brothers. I know that his brother's going to be taking it over, and you know, we need to give the man a fair chance. He seems like a pretty good guy. At least I think he's a pretty good guy. He seems like a nice guy. Uh, he spent like 35 years in law enforcement, he says, and I think we need to really give the man a fair chance and a fair shake, and see what. Don't unsubscribe from Paul just because his brother's taking it over. You never know; he might make some guest appearances every once in a while and just come on and just say hello or something, you know. So we don't know exactly where we don't know exactly what's going to happen from here on out. But if we never really get much of a chance to really talk to Paul again very much or something like that, or see Paul too much on his videos or something like that, then we're gonna miss him, and we want to know. The YouTube community wants him to know, or at least I want him to know, that we've always enjoyed your videos, we've always enjoyed your content. You've always been a good guy, and I've not always agreed with everything, like I said, but that's okay. We can agree to disagree. Um, there's some things, let's say with concealed carry, where some people's body doesn't work as well with a full size gun, and the next person might be able to get a Camera 1911 and conceal carry that same gun all they want to. It's all depends on the person, without biasness, But anyway, like I said, uh, I've not always agreed everything with Paul. Paul's always been a really good guy, but I mean, altogether though, he's a really good guy, and we need to go show him some love. We need to tell him we're going to miss him, and well, I'm not meaning to say anything bad. It's just he's kind of a mixed, diverse. It's a mixed diverse with the guy. He's mixed diverse. It's very diverse with him. But anyway, Paul, we're gonna miss you, buddy, and I want you to know that we are gonna miss you. We do care about you, and we do hope that maybe someday you'll make it back. I don't care if you're sitting on your couch making YouTube videos on a couch, pulling out your guns, okay, and just talking about a gun. That like I'm about to do. I mean, that would be okay with us anyway. At least I hope it'd be okay with you guys. I would say if he's got something that he can literally sit back and talk about and just blur on about a gun, then I definitely would be interested in hearing about that too, Paul. If you want to create a second YouTube channel and do that too. Not everybody's able to be out there in the field. Like I'm not able to be out there in the field doing it. When I do try to go out there in the field, people raise hell about animals and stuff like this and that. Get the chickens all stirred up and everything and yada yada yada. Or it's just a pain in the butt. Anyway, Paul, we're gonna miss you, and we do hope you the best. And if we don't see you again, you have a good life. We hope you have a great life, and we hope that the world is great to you. Anyway, now, moving on. Okay, so if you come to see that part of the video, then you might want to click off, because I'm going to talk about something else now. Okay? Alright. About 2 years ago, I bought this gun. About roughly 2 years ago. I've loved this little gun. I love it to death. I pocket carry this gun quite a bit. It's one of my more favorite guns for concealed carry, really. But this is a Taurus 856. I'll let you get a little better close up look at this thing. Taurus 856. Great little gun, really. There's not one problem I've ever had with this gun, and it's not. I mean, well, it's a 6-shot, so it's got the bulky cylinder, which makes it a little tougher to kind of sit, be in my pocket. And then another thing is this grip is kind of grippy to my pants, so it kind of makes it a little bit rougher sometimes to carry this gun. I have to have the right kind of pair of pants on to have this gun on me, okay? And it can be a little tougher at times because it is a revolver. It's got the bulky cylinder, right? All right, so if it would be, let's say, another type gun, which I'm going to talk about in the future, it would be a little easier to conceal carry. But the main problem I got with this gun, after only 2 years, if it gets the slightest bit wet, this powder coat version, it will rust. This thing likes to rust. You have to oil this thing quite a bit regular, and I mean oil the whole thing. I mean cock it back, put some little drops of oil down in there. This thing likes to rust. It rusts. I don't know why it gets so rusty. I don't know what the deal is. It says made in Brazil on it, and it likes to rust. I mean, I'm gonna show you some examples of other stuff I got here. I got a High Point C9 right here. I can still carry this gun, some. And basically, it's a car gun, right? This thing has never rusted one single time. I mean, sure, it's a lot of plastic, it's a lot of polymer. It's got this, basically sort of pot metal slide. Yeah, I shouldn't be pointing that at my head. It is loaded, but I'm not worried about it. Safety's on everything else. But I might got my finger on the trigger also. But this gun has never one time rusted. Not one single bit of rust. It's got the heavy powder coat on it, but not one single bit of rust. I mean, I know this ain't pot metal, but I don't know what to call this thing. But it's got a steel barrel, everything else. This gun has not rusted one single time on me, and all the time I've had it on it, carried it. All right, and I've got this gun is a $100 gun. This gun is a $300 gun. Okay, so let me give you another example of guns never rusted. I've had this gun since 2012. This was the original LCP that come out. Bought it in a pawn shop used for $180. This is the original Ruger LCP. And this little son gun, and the whole time I've owned it since 2012, has never rusted one time. I've owned that gun since 2012, and not one scrap bit of rust on this gun the whole time I've ever owned it. You can see I've shot it a lot. I mean, look at that. It's got some wear. I rebuilt the gun. I took it completely apart and rebuilt this little gun, which is actually fairly easy. And I gotta tell you though, I had to go ahead and put some new springs in it. I went ahead and put some new springs in it. Done a few different things. I've shot about a few thousand rounds to it. Never had no problems. And it's been an excellent little gun. Not one scrap bit of rust. Not one speck of rust in all that time since 2012 I'm on that gun. And all right, so I've owned this gun about a year now. And this, I always keep this thing here. This is a Springfield Hellcat. All right, that's about a $600 gun. You're talking about, let's see, the little Ruger LCP is a $200. The LCP is a $200 gun. This is a $600 about 550, about 500, 550. This is a $100 gun. This is a $100 gun, and this is a $300 gun. Almost $550 for the Springfield Hellcat, right? Quality gun, excellent gun. I always keep the one with a small base plate on. It just makes it easier to still carry. 11 rounds. 11 round magazine with the one in the chamber. That makes it 12 rounds. It's got 12 rounds in this little gun. All right. Nice little great gun. Not really a pocket carry gun, but a nice little great little gun. All right. And it's never had in that whole year one speck of rust. I mean, I've carried the crap out of this gun. It's never had one speck of rust in that whole entire time. Okay. It's never had one speck of rust in the whole entire time. Okay. So, like I said, that's a 550. That's a $200 gun. I paid $180 out the door at a pawn shop. Bought it used. They said some old man pocket carried it. So he said, but it looked like new on the inside. So I took it home, bought it, took it home, took it apart. Looked like he hadn't shot maybe 100 rounds to the thing. That was a long time ago, 2012. All right, $100 gun, never rusted. $300 gun, which is getting a little more expensive than the other two, rust. I don't know why. If you're going to get this gun, don't get it in the black powder coat. Get the stainless steel version, okay? Now, whether you want to change the grips out, I've looked for me a nice walnut type grip. I looked for me a nice walnut type grip or something like that, or some kind of other kind of wood type grip for this gun. I've never found one. Now, I've looked for other things, some kind of way to still carry this gun a little better than this grip, because this kind of a little bit more like a whole grip type thing, and it's really not been, the best thing out there. I'm gonna whoop him. Come on, fella, get down. He's a little man. He's just a little man. He's just been a little man. That's my little fella. He's been a butthole. Come on, fella, get down. Stay down a second. You ain't messing that stuff up. He wants to be a butthole, but he's a little man. I hadn't brought little Ink out in a while, have I? I need to get her up here with me. She feels like she's getting kind of old, so she wants to have her own space a little more these days. But anyway, like I said, this gun is a good gun. It's been a good gun. It's been a great gun. It has its own downfalls where you can't really pocket carry the thing. You could change out that front sight if you wanted to. It's got a little pin right here on the side that you sort of will knock out that, you'll sort of knock it out. It's like a little pin right up here. If you see a little beehole, there's anyway, a little pin. You can knock out that front sight, and so it's got its advantages. It's nice. It's been a good gun. Shoots great. A wonderful great shooting gun. Uh, Nice. I guess okay double action. But really, to tell you the truth too, I found that because it does have the exposed hammer compared to, let's say, this 642 Smith & Wesson, or even the Ruger LCP, the Ruger LCR, excuse me. Well, you see, the LC, they don't have this bob. They don't have this hammer. They don't have this. And this thing does get caught on jeans and stuff like that a little bit too. So there is a little bit of disadvantage to this gun. You don't love it to death, it's a disadvantage gun. I use them basically kind of carry as a wheel gun. It's just something I sort of throw in the seat beside me, then pick it up, put it in my pocket, roll, go in Walmart, do what I gotta do, whatever. And the gun's always just pretty cool gun. But this is one gun that I'm not going to say I don't recommend buying it. I'm just going to say I recommend buying it in the stainless steel version because I have no problem with the gun. Just buy it in the stainless steel version because this black, it rusts. It gets a little bit wet, it rusts. And, I don't know why it likes to rust so much. I have no idea, but it does like to rust. Like I, uh, Other than that, though, pretty good gun. Not the greatest really concealed carry. It's supposed to be more of a kind of a ankle holster gun. Kind of throw it in an old boot. It's supposed to be an old boot gun. But like I said, I got a look here. $300 gun, rust. $200 gun, never rust. In the whole 12 years I've owned it, never rust. Not one time. I own this gun about a little bit over year and a half, maybe year and a half, maybe close to 2 years, year and a half maybe. No, yeah, about a year now. Not one single bit of rust. Not one. I mean, not one single bit of rust in the whole time. $100 gun. Okay. About a $500 gun, $550, roughly. And the Springfield Hellcat, not one single bit of rust. And what you're looking at, the reason why I brought these out is because these are my concealed carry guns. All right, this is just a car. This is my car gun that I throw in the car, take it down the road. But occasionally, if I'm getting out of the gas station and stuff like that at nighttime, I will put this thing on me, and I'll just go ahead and conceal carry this gun inside, inside the building. Okay, and I have concealed carry this gun, despite the fact it's a little kind of on the fat bulk side. I mean, it's about the size of a Glock 19, except it's more fatter and bulky, and it has been a good gun, a good gun, everything, no rust, and it's got some metal, actually kind of raw metal type parts in here. It's been blued, not a bit of rust. All right, but but this gun, rust. This is not a gun that I really recommend you buy in the powder coat. I'd recommend you buy this gun. Everybody says, "Well, man, I'm worried about somebody sending it silver." I'm gonna tell you like it is. If you want, I would recommend you buy the stainless steel. Every other gun, if you look at it, except for the LCR, the Ruger LCR, every other gun is not black. They're all silver. Okay, the Smith & Wesson 642, the Charter Arms, the Smith & Wesson 637, they're all black. They're all stainless steel, shiny. Like, they're not black. You don't have to have black. This thing's made for concealed carry. It's not made to sit here and carry on your side. Why? If you're going to side carry a gun, why on God's green earth would you pick this? If you're going to sit here and openly carry a gun, why would you pick the Taurus 856? There's so many better guns out there than that. Taurus makes better guns than that. The Taurus Tracker is a better gun and chambered at 357 than this gun is. This gun sucks as far as This gun would suck to buy. I mean, why would you not buy, let's say, a Ruger SP-101? Or something like that. Or I mean, we're not talking about. I mean, short price range. We're not talking about the same thing. But if you're going to conceal, if you're going to openly carry a gun, why would you get the Taurus 856 anyway? I mean, it would make no sense. There's so many other guns that would be in a better range than this gun. I mean, even the Taurus 9mm G2C, which is like a $229 gun, would still be a better concealed, openly carry gun than this thing. All right, that's the one gripe I've had about this gun. I mean, but as far as do I love it? Oh, I love it to death. This is my baby. But there is some downfalls to this gun, and you need to know those downfalls to this gun. It's not the best thing as far as, you know, keeping it from rusting. You have to oil this thing regular. But as far as it being a good gun, it's been a really good gun. It's been a really, really good gun. Never jumped timing. Never had to send it back to Taurus. Never had trouble out of it one single time. But she sure likes to rust. Anyway, be good. Be good at it. And Paul, if you did watch my video to this end, buddy, we're going to miss you. We got nothing but love for you. We hope we see you back someday soon. And if we never see you again, I hope the world goes great for you, buddy. Good luck and be good.